One of the many positives that we will take from our production was the steady camera work, making it look professional and finished to a high quality. We learned from our preliminary task that when we were editing we noticed that there were shakes from the camera, so in order to prevent this we ensured to leave the clip running a bit longer to avoid any shakes in the footage that we needed on our production. Although there wasn't any dialogue between two characters, our audio was very effective and fitted in the horror convention very well, as it was realistic and loud. We used the track Stem by DJ Shadow to entice the audience, as it starts off very quiet and not upbeat, but throughout the footage there is a big change in dynamic, creating suspense and the fear of the unknown. Our location that we all agreed on, Penn Street Church, turned out to be a very successful choice. This is because it suited the genre of horror and also attracted our target audience, as we found out from our pre-production research that they preferred location of a horror film is in a graveyard and woodland. We were initially worried of how the weather would act whilst we were filming, as we were spreading out our filming over 2 days, meaning there was a risk of a bump in continuity. However, this wasn't the case. Over the 2 days of filming, the weather was almost identical, resulting in no issues with the rain or sun. Another positive that we found successful was the transitions between shots and that 180-degree rule. The 180-degree rule is a basic guideline regarding on the screen relationship between a character and another character or object within a scene. This worked well, as none of our shots weren't matching one another, and when we needed to switch a line we did so accordingly by using close-ups, which was very effective. Also, our narrative fits straight into the category of horror, which was intended, and with the time we had to work with, we demonstrated this effectively. In this shot of Detective Matthews sat in his car, you can clearly see movement through the window of a dog and its owner. Although this doesn't represent the horror genre, as the main characters are normally lonely and isolated, however, in this case, it shows that our film is realistic, because we had to factor in the public and had to accept that there was always be people around interfering with our production or getting into the picture. We couldn't help this. Next time we would take on board, because it did cause a slight complication with the horror convention and effectiveness of our production. To prevent this from happening, we would delay our schedule to filming later in the day when it won't be as busy, and this would also make our production more effective due to the fact that stereotypical horror films are filmed in the dark. Another complication that we came across whilst filming was the continuity of the cars, as we were filming in a car park of a church ground. This was a setback whilst editing, as we were filming over several days. The car arrangement was different, and as we were filming, cars were coming and going, making our lives very difficult, with keeping the continuity the same throughout.